of the league's best, Jalen Ramsey. He's putting together an incredible season, now in double digits with 10 picks. It's the Falcons and the Lions, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Falcons in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 54 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions, nothing.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Ready.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally too.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Ready.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by Atlanta.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Alert, alert.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
The Falcons at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Hurry, hurry.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move,
He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll look to throw again. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And complete to Drake London.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Back to throw again.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On second down, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Looking to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's 21-3. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Touchdown! Marquez Callaway, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he works free. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's Williams on the catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
42 yards. That's good for the Lions. First and 10.
And his his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter.
Ready!
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
right side. It's the tight end, Hockenson.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Swift will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the a touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down and inches. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now Justin Tucker is out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
2nd and 9 now. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They give to Johnson going right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Rolling to his right. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Now get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Yeah, that's one where you tell me why I'm going to say, guys, can I get a little bit unfair? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Johnson again. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And some space here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got some space here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They find some open field here. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Up the middle, Johnson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter play. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. A little under 1:50 remaining. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
Let's go!
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Robinson's got it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, in all likelihood, this ballgame's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta.
To get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mine. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style. They be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down. Making sure nobody drown. I'm a brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool. Tear down. Tear down. Tear down. Tear down. Tear down. Boosted up my cardio. I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down. Tear down. Tear down. Tear down. Tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna call it time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tearing out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want to talk, then you wouldn't hear it share it all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, make the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next is one of the league's best, Jalen Ramsey, who's really putting up incredible numbers all season. 11 interceptions so far. It's the Falcons and the Bills under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's on to Week 10. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Johnson running left. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw here.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 23.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Allen now on 1st down. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another loss game because
that's a word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 24 carries, 114 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. Johnson will score. Touchdown Atlanta. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Allen. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Aaron Donald. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be Falcon football. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Falcons at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you. If you
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy that can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finding Knox there, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Allen going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Let's go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here we go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right.
And this one too low.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Falcon defense has touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Josh Allen. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen under pressure, and they got to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. We'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Matt Araiza now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Tackled by Jordan Elliott.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game, we skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They go to Johnson again. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Johnson again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, it's complete to Diggs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen now looks to throw. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 3rd down, less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But down this big, we know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Back to throw. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
The offense on third down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Touchdown Falcons! Drake London, 29 yards. And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Allen going to throw. Quick toss to Knox. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing on first down is Allen. We'll get this out wide to Singletary. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on second down. Allen finding Taysom Hill complete. He's got room at the 30. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown. Taysom Hill, 53 yards. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Okay, ready?
Here's 2nd and 8. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 65-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record, but instead it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. One last shot at the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
And they'll try and run it in with Singletary.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get him.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can SEE, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie feeling